Welcome everyone, I'm Joan and this is Yoda. Welcome to Yoga with Joan Bossy. Today I have a spring flow for you. It will reawaken your body from the hibernation it may have been in for winter. Our bodies become a little sluggish with the low light, and now that the light is opening brighter and the weather's a little warmer, at least in the Northeast, this practice will get your body going and energize it. It'll also bring some peace and calm to your mind so that you can remember to slow down and really enjoy the changes that are happening during this tremendously beautiful season. At least in the Northeast, we're going from bitter cold to warmer temps. I noticed the other day some green daffodils coming up through the earth. And you really have to be present to notice the changes. So hopefully this practice will remind you to ground yourself, root yourself down, but also let that energy blossom out of you today. So we're going to start standing up at the front of your mat. So you can come to the front of your mat. I'll stand here so that you can see me. You can bring your feet about hips width distance apart, crown of the head lifted, feet rooting down. As we begin, we can bring your hands to your heart, beginning to take, maybe closing your eyes, bringing your arms out to the side for Tadasana or mountain pose. We'll take 3 cleansing breaths here, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth or the nose. Second time, inhaling. And one more time, inhaling and exhaling. Feeling our feet rooting down into the earth as the crown of the head lifts up. We'll bring our hands to our heart. Taking another breath here. And we'll begin to move a little bit. You can take your shoulders and bring them up and back and down a couple times. Up and back and down, really feeling the synovial fluid, the joint fluid moving through your joints. And we'll go the other way, up and forward and down. We'll take some hip circles here, over to the right. Hands can come to the hips if that feels good, or you can bring the arms around as we circle, warming up that body. And then we'll go the other way. Really feeling all of the muscles in your waist, your hips, your legs. We'll take one more circle. And then we'll bring our hands right above the knees, and we'll take some knee circles over to the right. Kind of circling on our feet a little bit too. And then changing direction. Beautiful. And then bringing ourselves back to our mountain pose, chest lifted. We'll inhale up and exhale down. Coming back up. We'll do this 2 more times, reaching out of the waist. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale back up. One more time, inhaling, bending the knees, reaching up. Exhale down. Reaching back up. Feeling your breath moving through your body, taking a couple breaths here. Letting the eyes float open if they were closed. I'm going to go to the front of my mat where you are. We're going to inhale up. We'll take a flow. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale down. We'll send the right foot, big step back. Right knee comes down, lifting the heart. Arms can come up. Take a couple breaths here, energizing the body, reaching up. top of the back foot on the floor, stabilizing you, knee over ankle in the front. And we'll bring the arms down, coming to plank. Big, long line of energy. Knees can be down to modify. Lowering down on your exhale. Taking the back bend of your choice, maybe cobra or upward dog. And stretching back into that downward dog. Pedaling the knees by bending them one at a time. Or coming to some stillness, taking your choice here. I'll take another 2 breaths here. Really feeling the energy beginning to flow as we breathe. And on your next inhale, bending the knees and walking to the front of the mat, coming to that halfway lift. Exhale down and we rise, reaching up. Exhaling down. We'll do the other side. Inhale up and swan dive down. Halfway lift and exhale. Hands frame the feet as the left foot steps back this time. Arms come up. Reaching out of the waist, opening the heart. Feeling the front foot grounding down as well as the back, top of the foot. Relaxing the face as we breathe here. And then reaching up, inhale. Coming back down with the arms as we find our way to plank. Lowering down into our back bend of choice. Reaching on the inhale up and stretching back into downward dog. Couple breaths here. And again, making some small movements with the knees, bending one knee and then the other, or coming to stillness as we press the chest towards the thighs. Heels reaching back for the floor. On the next inhale, you can bend those knees and hop lightly, or walk to the front of the mat. Inhaling to your halfway lift. Exhale down and we rise. Reaching up, beginning to move here. Getting ready for chair. Big toes can be together or a little slightly parted as we inhale the arms up, sitting back for chair. Inhaling the hands together and to the heart. Reaching forward on the inhale. Exhaling to the twist to the left. Left elbow over the left right thigh. Twisting over to the right. And coming back to the center. And reaching down, straightening the legs as we rise with the arms. Inhaling the hands together into the heart. Couple breaths here. And we'll take our second chair, inhaling the arms up as we reach back. Weight is in the heels. Hands can be inhaled together to the heart. And then taking our twist to the left, inhaling forward, right arm comes across the opposite thigh as we take a look over in the opposite direction. And finding our way back to the center, breath here. And then dropping the arms, straightening the legs as we reach up. Coming back to the center. We'll take one more chair. Arms come down, reaching up on the inhale. Exhaling down. Inhale, hands together and to the heart. Couple breaths here. Really feeling the weight in your heels, noticing where you feel the tension and maybe a little discomfort in the legs as we Challenge them. Beautiful. Dropping the arms, straightening the legs, reaching up. Beautiful. Hands come to the heart. Couple breaths here. Getting ready for our warrior two flow. We're going to take a step back with the right leg. Coming to our warrior two. Back foot is about parallel to the mat. Bending the knee, coming down low enough to challenge yourself as we add the arms. Breath here. Shoulders down, releasing the hand up. Reverse warrior. Coming back, we'll do it again. Coming back out. Relaxing the back arm, relaxing the head and the neck. And then back to warrior two. Turning our gaze forward, feet come to point towards the opposite sides of the mat. Hands come to the heart as we send our hips down, tailbone straight down into goddess. Hands come to the weight, to the beautiful weighted legs here, the thighs, as we circle twice with the right arm. And then on the other side, taking a beautiful heart-opening flow here. Arms come up, straightening the legs, back down. Breath here. Beautiful. And then we'll turn the feet to the other side, taking our warrior two on the opposite side, setting up our stance, finding our weight, equally weighted in the feet. As we flip that front palm for reverse warrior. Another breath here. And coming back to our warrior two. And we'll do it again. Reverse warrior, opening that front body out. You're really chomping on that bone, Yoda. Coming back to your warrior two. Another breath here. Beautiful. Bringing our hands together, pointing those feet for goddess, reaching up, coming down into our goddess pose. Breath here. And then we'll take our right arm coming into our beautiful circles. Two big circles, and then the other side, two big circles, staying down. Good. Another breath here. Beautiful. And then coming back up, getting ready for our warrior two again. We'll add on this time, flipping the front palm. We'll come up. We'll have our two reverse warriors. Our first one here. Another breath. And back. Another breath. Beautiful. We'll come back down in our warrior two, evening out our feet. We'll add on here, straightening that front leg, reaching till we can't reach anymore, coming into our triangle pose here. Really reaching out, letting the chest open to the sky, intercostal muscles opening up. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to keep our legs straight and reach back into reverse triangle. Beautiful. Another breath. And we'll come back to warrior two, finding our goddess, turning our legs to face those far corners of the mat, setting up for goddess, reaching up, straightening the legs, exhaling into goddess. Another breath here. We'll take our circles. And then our opposite hand. And this is really working the waist and the arms. Really working the legs. Beautiful. And then coming back up. Hands begin to come into warrior two on the other side. We'll do the added on triangle and reverse triangle here. Flipping that front palm. Reverse warrior. Another breath. And back. Doing great. Flipping that front palm up. This is such an energizing flow. And then finding our way back to that warrior two. Getting ready for triangles, straightening that front leg, reaching forward, dropping that arm wherever it lands is perfect. Maybe you're up here near your shin, your ankle, maybe you're on the floor, or your arm is resting on a block, bringing the earth to you. Again, whatever feels good for you. Breathing evenly in triangle. Yoda is waking up for spring too with his chomping on that bone. And taking our last full breath here. You got this. We'll switch to our reverse warrior. Beautiful, reaching up and out, relaxing the back arm. And coming back, turning for our goddess pose. One more time. And this time we're going to bring our hands to our heart as we sink into our goddess. And instead of our circles, we're going to take the right arm over the left, wrapping, putting our hands on our shoulders, relaxing here. And you're welcome to take the eagle arms if that's in your practice. Beautiful. I know my thighs are starting to scream here. They're working hard. We're going to unwrap the other way around. Another breath. You got this. Grounding down into the earth and releasing back up. Beautiful. And we will come to the front of our mat. I'll be here so you can see me. Coming back into our mountain pose. And just notice, maybe one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart as you just feel your body awakening with the breath and the power moves that we've been doing. Another breath here. And then beginning to take your hands away from your belly and your heart if you had them. Opening your eyes. We'll take a flow, inhaling up and exhaling down. Forward fold, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down, we'll send the right leg and both feet back, coming to our plank, and these can be down or up. As we come back down, inhaling to our back bend of choice. And exhaling into child's pose. Grounding ourselves here. Reaching the hands out. Maybe a little rock from side to side if that feels good. Or stillness. Bringing the forehead down to the mat. If it doesn't reach, that's okay. You can also take two fists and send your head down on them. Resting here. Maybe reaching out with the fingertips up, a little more energy, or dropping the forearms down and really grounding yourself in child's pose. And then we're going to take a chance over here. If you'd like, an option I should say, not a chance. If you'd like to do puppy, you can send your hips back or stay in child's pose. And you can send your hands out, sending the chin down, the head down. Stretching into puppy, stretching that chest towards the floor. It doesn't matter how deep you go, it just matters that you feel the stretch and breathe into it. You can also tent those fingers, sending the chin down for more of a shoulder stretch here. And when you're all set, you can walk your hands back, coming back down onto our backs. Now you can use your ab muscles to come down, or you could hold on to the backs of your thighs. Knees come in. Little rock from side to side if that feels good. We'll take a nice twist to detox, sending the left leg out long, Arms can come out to a T as we send the right knee over to the left. Taking a look over that right shoulder. If your neck doesn't hurt, you can always look up if this hurts to turn your neck. And I like to keep my hand on my thigh, pressing my gentle pressure on my thigh as I reach, look over the opposite direction, really deepening my twist here. So what's happening here? Shoulder blades are both on the floor. Your breath is moving in and out of your body. Noticing where you feel and what muscles you feel in this twist. Tuning in. Another full breath. We'll begin to unwind, coming back, sending the right knee in, left knee comes in. Maybe interlacing the fingers, drawing the knees into the chest. And we'll send that left leg out long. Oops, not the left leg, we just did that. Right leg out. Oops, excuse me, Yoda. Arms can come to a T as we send the right knee over there to that opposite side. Maybe the hand comes to that thigh, maybe looking over the shoulder. And you might notice a slight difference in the flexibility of one side versus the other. Again, just tuning in to what you do feel as you breathe. Maybe noticing the rise and fall of your belly. And we'll take another full breath in this pose. Beautiful. And then gently bringing our legs back to the center. Maybe taking the knees wide, a little squeeze in and then together. You can feel your way down your leg for happy baby. Nice hip stretch here. Pressing into the outer soles of the feet and the middle of the sole of the foot. You can rock your baby from side to side. You can straighten one leg and then the other. And just breathing into this pose, enjoying each pose today as it brings new life into your body for spring. And from here, letting the feet go. Two options. I invite you to either rock forward and backward a few times, massaging back to come up to a seated position, or gently rolling over to one side and coming up at your own pace. And coming into our seated position. And since it's spring, we want to get rid of the kapha, the lethargic, heavy energy. Kapha is in the Ayurvedic medicine. There's a whole practice. You can look up Ayurveda online. I'll put a note of what that is in the description. So as we become more light for spring and more awakened, bring our hands to our knees, letting the crown of the head lift gently, hip bones grounding into your mat. Maybe a soft gaze forward or closing those eyes. And feeling the breath moving through your body, breathing in the spaciousness of life, and exhaling the sluggish energy of winter. On each inhale, breathing in that new life, that new energy. As you continue to breathe here, I'm going to read from my book, Soul to Soul, Poems, Prayers, and Stories to End a Yoga Class by John Mandal. And I'm going to turn to a writing by Maria Garcia. This too shall pass, it's called. Yoga has allowed me to slow down mentally. I was always rushing. My mind was always someplace else, and I was missing it all. The play of the light on the trees, a spider web wet with dew, the subtle messages from within. More and more now I can simply be with what is. I'm happier and healthier and a better mother to my children. When they spill the milk or come to me crying, my first thought now is, this too shall pass. More and more, everything is becoming a show to me, a show in Technicolor. So this is a quote again by Maria Garcia. And I chose this quote because it talks about how we need to continue to be present and here for the here and now. He's getting a little hot. And really feel, boy, you were really going at that bone, aren't you? Yeah. So sorry. So really feeling the calming down of the mind through yoga. So we continue to breathe here. So that quote really reminds me to be present and really notice the changes that are happening here in spring. So as we close here, we'll take another 2 breaths here. Holding your hands to your heart. My wish for you is that you feel a little more alive and a little more calm in mind, and take that moment to be still, to take a look around at the beautiful awakening of spring that's happening all around us. Namaste. Have a great day. Thank you for joining me for this spring practice. Take care.